Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be, Shield Destroyer. So really, the only message should be when people see the whole system for the illusion it is, sanity will be restored, right? No doubt. I mean, if they start to say, okay, government, it's not real, it's an illusion. Why do I think it's real? Oh yeah, because I'm the only one who believes in it. In theory, right? Because it's my belief. It's I believe they are something. It's something, right? Government. But it's not. It's not real people, right? It's a lot of men and women who are being given titles, names, and suddenly you accept that they are those titles. And through those titles, you therefore believe that something called government is formed. You think at some point in this world, mankind was so desperate. What can we do? What can we do? I know someone put their hand up right in the crowd where they were so desperate, and they all went, "What?" He said, "I think we should form a load of people that should tell us what we can and can't do, and tell us when we don't follow their rules what our punishment is, and they should decide how much they want to take from our labor in order to fund themselves for their services." Right? I mean, that's literally what you're saying, right? They should form fucking henchmen and put them in uniforms and make us all bow down to them, no matter what they say. They're in charge of us, and smack us up, cuff us up, lock us away in cages like animals if we dare to stand up to them, right? They're just men and women in fucking costumes, people. They're not off-icers. They're certainly not constables, although you can probably see where the name came from, right? It's the police. Illusion. They're not real. There's no such thing, right? It's just a fucking mafia, people, isn't it? Everything, every part of your system. There's nothing I've investigated. There's nothing I've researched for years and hours and days and months. And pretty much, I think, I'd say I've researched every part of what you might call the system, right? And not one part of it ever turned out to be true. Not one bit of it. I mean, and then once you see that, oh yeah, now the makeup, now you see how it's all made up, how the controllers, the people in charge have now got out of not out of control in their eyes, because that was always the plan, right? To slowly catch a monkey, right? Just take a little bit. Just say you'll do it for 1% of their wages, right? And then slowly, we've had to cause a war. Tell them we need more, right? Start a war. Tell them we need more. Before you know it, you're 20% fucking taxed, right? A quarter of your wage. Then everything you're paying for is tax. How much of your wage is actually going to those fucking titled fucks, right? By the time you add it all up, by the time you take out all your taxes, right, all your fees to the government corporations like councils and all that shit. Once you take all that shit out, right, and then everything you buy, all the tax that's gone there, your petrol, you fucking have a piss these days, you're pretty much paying tax, isn't you? How much is left, people, right? And what do they get you to do? They get you to kill each other, right? Get you to hate each other with their media. You believe the news, right? News, another just illusion. They tell you it's stories. You know, a complete fucking illusion to control the mind of man and make him react and do stupid things. 2020, evident, right? Very fucking evident. Especially now they tell you COVID was an illusion for fucking mad people, right? Crazy fucking people who'll believe any story, right? And all those stories coming from the liars again and again and again. As I always say, you know, ask anyone on the street, do you trust government? Are they always tell the truth? Not one person will ever truthfully say, yes, of course they do. They'll always laugh and say, no, of course the government are biggest liars ever, right? Yeah, in 2020, everyone decided to do that fucking stupid shit, right? I mean, wow, the illusion of the system is extremely dangerous to the rest of the people who are not under the illusion, and it's extremely dangerous to those who are, right? Especially dangerous to those who are. So if you want to carry on in the especially dangerous category, people, carry on with the illusion, isn't it? This is the new head of the Rothschild family, right? And you think like, you know, the Rothschilds family was the funders of the First World War, allegedly, right? Which then brought about the Balfour Declaration of 1917, which was the creation of Israel, right, as payment for the loan or part payment of the loan from their banking fraternity, right, where they also then set up their Bank of England, although I feel like they might have done that a bit earlier. Can't remember, but it's obviously 1913 in America, weren't it? But anyway, so, you know, Jacob Rothschild being born 1936, 12 years prior to Israel being erected, right? You think, so he called his son Jacob, who was going to head the thing when Israel was coming in, and Jacob is Israel, but we know these people like Isis, Ra, and El, right? So, which I guess they're saying Jacob was Isis, Ra, and El. But therefore portraying Jacob Rothschild as the Messiah, right? Because really, when you think about it, the Rothschilds really like to control the Jewish community, right? And therefore, by bringing in Israel, they're saying the Messiah has returned, because they're saying that part and parcel of the Jewish book is you can't have a place that's for Jews until the Messiah returns. So they're saying that the Messiah has returned, right? And it's Jacob, right? And now Jacob's died, and this is the lady who's, or man, don't know, but the one who's taken over, right, is now the head of the family. We'll see, like, what she says about how the Rothschilds family, you know, had begun, how their wealth begun, right? If you believe this story, I'll knock you over the head myself, mate, all right? Or, you know what I mean? Just come around here, you need a right knock over the head if you believe the story that she tells.
Weren't allowed to leave. The street was so narrow that no sunlight could penetrate. There was no plumbing, there was no
Oh,
sewage.
let me go. What have I done? Okay. Let me make sure he's still there, people. Right, we'll try and play in this for format because whenever you play it, I know I do in a minute. Okay, I'm so bad with this sort of shit. Where's the video gone? Is that it? No. What? Where's the video gone, you bastards?
The name Rothschild walks into the room before you do.
Oh, no.
It comes with enormous history, quite a lot.
The world's most influential banking dynasties, Dame Hannah Ross.
It's not letting me, it's not letting me play it, is it, people, weirdly? Right, wait, yeah, we're not. What the fuck? I thought he won't let me do coffee. Then I'd have got really suspicious. There you go. Look, people, you want to hear that, right? You want to hear why? How her family come about. I mean, talk about go OTT on the. Oh my God, Mayor Amstel Rothschild. Wow, he's like so. Wow, he was in like. You know what I mean? A 14-foot house with 11 children, and wow, and it was like, they didn't have sewage. It was just this little locked in community of Jews that he was stuck in, and really plays on how bad this 14-foot house was that Mayor Amstel Rothschild allegedly in 1769 she goes to, and basically he wanted to get out of there, and like, oh, as you would, of course, right? He wants to get out of there, right? And so he started selling coins. Yeah, he started selling coins. Hear this, people, right? And then she literally goes on to from him selling coins. But what he actually done, the greatest thing he actually done, was send his 5 sons across to different countries around the world and set up banks, right? Oh, she says it, and you can see she's almost wincing, trying to get it out and sound serious. But remember, these people, they always, they're talking to. She's come to raffles in where did I go? I've been to the fucking place, but I can't even think what fucking country it's in now. That little island, innit? Out towards fucking Australia. Yeah, so she's in Raffles, right? Singapore, thank you, Ashley. She's in Raffles, and of course the people that are talking, even though if you watch this, you'll see that there's men facing the audience, right? But all the people that, of course, she's talking to are all like having a wank over her, aren't they? You know what I mean? They're all bankers, right? She ain't talking to just a bunch of fucking people off the street, mate. They've all been invited. Rothschild's first time, apparently, first visit to Singapore, mate. You know what I mean? Tells you a lot, that, I think. Her first visit to Singapore, right? And then she's doing, the sit down with all these bankers are all like, look at, you're the one who makes it. I work for your bank. You're so high and powerful. You make it so I can earn 200, 300, 400, 1 million a year. Wank, wank, wank. Oh, I love you. You're so great. God, I feel like I'm rich. Everyone thinks I'm rich, but you're so wow. You know what I mean? But I also thought to myself, it's funny that this thing, Dame Hannah Rothschild is the head of the Rothschild family now, because all of a sudden I'm starting to think, now I'm thinking Jacob Israel. So if Jacob was playing Israel, then assumably she is or he is the son, you know what I mean? But playing the she of Jacob, And therefore, it's when the chaos comes, right? So looking for a female in power that's controlling it. You know, we're not looking at looking for who's going to take over Trump's job. We're looking at the banksters, right? So she's the head. And right now, it's Valerie. And I thought, Valerie, straight away, I had to check her birthday. I thought, I wonder if they sung that whole song, Valerie, why don't you come on over? Because of Valerie Rockefeller, isn't it? Like rock and roll's all them, innit? Rock and roll, I'm sure, means rock and Rothschild somehow, innit? ROL. But I wonder if like that, but I'm not going to play this, but Valerie Rothschild, you know, but she's second in command at the moment, really. They'll tell you there's 200 family members in charge, but they'll always say David Rockefeller is in charge. That didn't change, did it? but I'm thinking, actually, I wonder if we're waiting till both women are in, you know, before the chaos really hits in it. Because, as you know, chaos is a goddess, that's right, isn't it? Goddess somewhere in the fucking Roman or fucking Greek, you know what I mean? When Roman, Greek, one in the same, innit? Roman, Greek, one in the same. So I think people need to, you know, once people, I mean, they're telling them now, weirdly, but it doesn't make me grow with confidence that everyone's waking up. It scares the shit out of me, if I'm honest. Evening, you're basically nocturnal, admit it. Yep. Hiya. Another jaw sob story. Not interested anything they have to say. They are frauds. Yeah. Did they burn London down, then steal it? Yeah. Hey, Dinny and Ash, Singapore. My dad had his photo taken on the roof of it. Oh, of Raffles. Yeah. It's so expensive, alcohol in Singapore, man. Like fucking, I was shocked, fucking horrid, man. I only went out and I think I only had 2 beers when I was there, because I was just like, nah. And that was like back 2012, I think. And it was £7.50 a pint, which now you'll go, well, that's kind of the going rate, especially in London. But like £7.50 back in 2012, man. I mean, I was fucking shocked to fuck. I ain't spending £7.50 on a fucking pint. Not a lot. I was trying to work out how much it's going to cost me to get pissed. Fucking hell. I ain't got that much money, mate. Passeur is above her. She's basically a lieutenant for the Passeur family. Rothschilds are middle management. Yeah, but a big part of the board, right? Big part of the board, man. Pacer, innit? So funny. Pacer. See, you know, in a fucking, yeah. Probably went, oh, yes, we'll make them pay, sir. You're so funny, Mr. Pacer. Yes. The fucking arseholes, innit? But yeah, I mean, Rothschild, I think a lot of people think like they have full control. But they're not behind the curtain. You know what I mean? They're not behind the curtain. Everyone thinks people are behind the curtain that are already out. It's like, no, they're not behind the curtain, mate. Are the pacers behind the curtain? Probably not, right? Like, I don't think we'll know who's at the top. It's probably some little kids in his basement. Oh dear. But people better work it out soon, I guess. But you know, it does scare me, man, that people are waking up. But they're still, you know, they're not accepting it. They're getting the knowledge forced down their throat, like where we couldn't, of course, we weren't allowed to. But they're having trouble, aren't they? I think the reason so many people are telling you now they don't watch the news is it's not because of all the they'll say they'll always say it's all the horror and death and all. No, I don't know. But really, I think it's to avoid us. You know what I mean? It's to avoid what we were trying to tell them. You know what I mean? However many years ago, isn't it? So they're trying to still avoid the news now to avoid the. Yeah, you better start worrying if you stuck needles in your fucking arm, mate. Let's start like, oh, this is not a duck your head in the sand fucking time, mate. If you're not worried about yourself, worry about the family around you that probably done the same, innit? I mean, a lot of families allegedly have like really smart kids, you know what I mean, in their families right now. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they're fucking this, that, and the other. They get your family together, mate, and get all those really smart ones and work out how you're going to fucking get that shit out of your body, mate. That'd be my first thing, you know what I mean? First thing to do, right? Let's look at everything. We'll have, you know, the best fucking researchers here. Look at you boys, fucking great researchers, right? We're looking for fucking getting this crap. If we need to, fucking, you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, is it only a blood transfusion? You know what I mean? I don't know, mate. I know. And then everyone who hasn't had a jab will suddenly become, what's it called, won't it? That's maybe what they'll tell them. They'll tell them, the only possible way you can save yourself is to get a transfusion from somebody who wasn't jabbed. And then everyone will be coming after all those. Then you'd have to tell everyone you're jabbed. You have to walk down the street and go, yeah, keeping you all safe, terrorising children. Yeah, look at me, oi. Oi, hey. Let's do elbows, mate. Oi, you want to do an elbow, son? Hey. You know what I mean? We'll have to wear a muzzle, you know, just to hide from the jabbed coming after us, innit? Like zombies or vampires, one or the other, innit? They want our blood, mate. You remember all those movies, it's always about the blood, innit? They want the blood. They can smell the blood, the blood, the blood. Rothschild's a middleman. Oh, you've done that. Bet the entire stocks of blood are contaminated. But they're saying now a lot of people won't have blood unless it's from someone who's not vaxxed. And there's still, I guess, some real stupid people who are like, oh yeah, I only want the blood for the vaxxed. Like, oh, can you imagine? There's people out there who will just go, yeah, I don't want blood from somebody who's not vaxxed. Oh, oh, the mind-bending fucking numbness of that statement, isn't it? But it's happening, people. Right? People are out there going, yeah, I only want fucking drugged, chemically fucked, and what's it called, modified gene modified fucking shit in me, mate. Please. And hopefully it won't give me a fucking blood clot, heart attack, cancer, and all the other 50 fucking different fucking things people are getting. I'll charge £5,000 a pint. Oh. But how many pints you selling, Ash? Before you fucking fall. You know what I mean? Like, I used to give blood stupidly back when I was a much younger lad, innit? I used to think it was for good. I now like look at it, I wonder what they're doing with my blood, man. Nearly run out of gibber, people. Down to my last couple of jibs. Oh my God. Don't send me back to normality, man. Don't take me back to the reality where I can't just feel like I'm happy just being a lazy cunt. I'm happy just sitting in my chair doing nothing, mate. Close the door and let the world carry on without me, innit? I'll just sit here and smoke jibs all day until you fucking sort yourself out, you cunts. But there we go. And then I got fucking geese coming on a Sunday to put in fencing. I mean, you know, people are fucking just scraping every penny they can when these teams who are going out putting up fencing all week are working Sundays as well, innit? I mean, you're like, wow, you're going to fucking burn yourself out, man. When you're doing physical work like that every day, 7 days a week, you're going to burn out soon, innit? You can burn out way before your age, man. You know what I mean? But the money world demands it in order to survive and keep people happy, innit? Because let's face it, right? If you're a man in the world today, or probably a woman, and you ain't bringing in the money, right? You're probably getting stressed by the one who's supposedly your lifelong love. Right, therefore, yeah, why you fuck it? You gotta get a job. Look, I can't just pay for all the bills and all this and that. And now I can't even go out and find night with mates, fuck's sake. You know what I mean? You gotta get off lazy ass, get a job, You know, funny how money kills relationships, isn't it? That whole, oh yeah, through better and worse and richer and poorer. You know what I mean? Are you sure? Excuse me, are you sure? You know, I don't think so. I think when it comes to, he's lost his job and he's a bit fucking down and he just can't get himself up, so he's just turned into a lazy cunt. Fucking divorce time quite often, isn't it? Like, what happened to all them lovely words where you all just say, oh, no, I can't stand to look at him. The mash-up world, isn't it? Another fucking crazy thing, in it, marriage. I mean, when you think about it, people, you got to start seeing that marriage is not, it's not a good thing, you know what I mean? And there's no way, you're just locking yourself up, really, isn't you? You're either breaking oath, you know, and I don't know how strong that means, or whether it means actually fucking anything at all when you start fucking shouting oaths and like lifetime promises to people and then break them. But and also because of the religion, so many women have just more women, I'll say, and men, but both, but probably more women have suffered in like relationships for their whole life because the religion makes them feel too guilty, or the slander because of the religion of the people around them wouldn't allow them to be able to leave the husband, right? No matter how vile he was, right? No matter how vile he was, people. It was one of them. The people believed you made your bed, you lie in it, right? Maybe that's true, but don't go staying stupid shit you don't mean, innit? Think like, how the fuck do I know what you're going to be like in 20 years? How the fuck do I know what I'm going to be like in 20 years? Like, can't make that fucking promise. I've met too many people that I loved, right? You know what I mean? Don't really like anymore. And it's been sometimes quite a bit quicker than fucking 20 years. I've learnt my lesson. I've learnt not to do fucking just trust people immediately and believe that they're always going to be my friend. Because as we find out as we get older, yeah, that's never the case. But why didn't our elders teach us this shit? Why are they pushing us to get married? You know what I mean? Why are they pushing us into school? Where is it the point where the elders start to use some of their wisdom and go, oh, yeah, no, that's a really bad idea. I went through that life. That, yeah, we'll avoid that one for them. We'll tell them, you know what I mean? We'll give them all the good wisdom. There's none, is there? Just, yeah, join the cults. Join the cults, get a career. And, yeah, and I can say I've done a good job. And everyone will be happy because it'll be about the money, money, money. The money, money, money. The money, 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 money. The fucking money, which is an illusion as well, by the way. You know what I mean? Absolute fucking. And everybody knows, everybody, especially like how many religious people are playing this card of I'm so great because I believe in God and God is wankety wank shit and all that, right? And every single one of them knows that the root to all evil is money, yet all of them are chasing it like massively, right? Chasing it massively. And they all know the money. Everyone knows the root to all evil is money, right? The biggest love. All the love's gone from people to people because everybody loves the money, right? First thing I always say, people will ask on a date, oh, what do you do for a living? It's about the money, 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 isn't it? They're hoping you're going to impress them and make you feel like, oh, yeah, I fancy you a bit more now because I can see that you're going to take us on European holidays and we're going to live in a 6-bed detached house with a double garage. Oh, wankety wank, you're a bank manager. Oh, wankety wanks. Oh, wankety wanks. Oh, yeah. Oh, lawyer. Oh, wankety wank. A doctor. Ching ching. Wankety wanks. Oh, the money. Oh, you work in the co-op stacking shares. Oh, I can't. Oh, suddenly I've gone a bit dry and oh no, sorry, I got to leave early. Sorry, yeah, my mum's gone. Mum's got ill. Got to run home. Sorry to break the date so quickly. Yeah, I'll give you a call when she's better. All right, see you later. Yeah, I mean, peeps. Money, money, money. It's the dick man's world. Nobody, I mean, you ask these people on the streets today, right? I mean, like I say, so many people will tell you couldn't live with, like, literally, like, think you're crazy for imagining living without government, right? I mean, that shows insanity, like completely fucking just toasted mind when somebody can't see that the world could work without government, right? Let alone money, mate. You know what I mean? You know, the smartest animal. All that. Imagine all of that. That amazement that mankind could become, right? Yet nobody can imagine a world without government and money. And you imagine when they do work it out, right? When they do work out, actually, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we looking at our world and going, what a shithole, and watching it just get worse and 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 harder and harder and harder and harder and harder and harder and harder, right? Why don't we, as mankind, fucking change it? Why don't we change what we're doing? Why is it getting worse? Because we're being led by something, can't we? All of us, that we apparently can't live without. And we're all chasing something, all chasing something. What are we all chasing? What is the addiction that we've got to get rid of? And then how do we do that? You don't need to talk about a fair world. How do we be fair? No, you talk about how do we make people happy. Simple, right? Not how do we make people happy? Okay, over here, not much rain. They're having trouble growing, maybe, you know, whatever it is in that part of the world. Over here, how do we, you know, make sure that they can do this, or, you know, how can we implement where they get what they need, or you move to the next one, right? This one, and before you know it, oh look, everybody's fucking happy. And no longer they're trusting their families. They have people with good life experience that are teaching their children. The young are so thankful to the old and have so much respect for the old for helping them along their way to ensure that they reached happiness. Right? And they achieved all they wanted to achieve with their brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, friends, neighbours, right? We were all happy. I mean, people are so scared to live in a world that's happy, right? It's like, oh, I'm so scared. Imagine, oh, I couldn't stand it. If everyone was happy, if everyone was nice, if everyone was just content. It wasn't chasing fucking stupid shit to impress other people, right? Because that's all it is, isn't it? You know, what's good a fucking castle, right? When you're on your own, in it, right? You got all. I mean, that's pretty much what happens to most people at the end of the chase. They realise they haven't got anyone through that chase that they could trust or any real love, because it is all financial, right? And then they're sat in a fucking castle on their own with all this money drowning them. And the thing is, like, you might say, well, the Rothschild family, the Rockefeller family, all those big families, well, they've kept together, see. And yeah, but they've interbred so much. And also because of the evil they're doing, it's not like they're going to love being around each other. I guarantee you that. Imagine you just, nobody chooses to be around evil people. Not even evil people want to be around evil people 90% of the time, mate. You know what I mean? So when they know they're all evil, not like they're having fun conversations. I dare say people like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, whenever they're together, there's brothers, sisters, fucking uncles, aunts, fucking cousins, double cousins, whatever. They're probably just talking fucking business, isn't it? So they kill their own happiness, man. And look how bad humanity becomes when you look at people like Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Trump. Even, you know, if you base the normal view on Trump of what he's got, even though most of what he'll shout about how much he's worth is again going to be on loan from the Rothschilds. But you see how these people, all they end up with is chasing more money, right? Don't matter how much you got, you just end up wanting more. Like, the addiction, right? It's like a drug where you once you pop one and you do that for a week, one's not going to be enough. You're going to want 1.5 now every day, and then it's 2, right? So that's a drug of money, mate. I always say to people, where, you know, ask people out there, how much money do you need, where you just go, right, that's it, and you've got everything you want, and you don't feel like you'll ever have to worry about money again. You know, what is it you want? And there's nobody will ever tell you that, right? Because they haven't thought about what the end goal is. It's always just chasing. Like I say, you get the 4-bed. Yeah, your man in the architect's office, mate. Yeah, he's got the senior position, mate. He's a senior architect. You're just a junior still, you cunt. You got a 4-bed house, shut the fuck up. Look at his 7-bed, mate. Look at, I want the 7-bed. I want to be him, right? Look at the respect he gets. He comes in his Porsche 911, brand new. You know what I mean? My BMW 335 isn't quite cutting it. Everyone respects him. I'm just a lower plod. I don't get any. You know what I mean? It's all that shit, mate. And the fake, and everyone wants fake respect. Because in the world of competing, everyone's your fucking. That's why your partner, you're marrying people. It's all about the money, because everyone's competing, mate. I look at all the relationships now, right? And most of them, even when they're married now, they have separate bank accounts, and then they join the marriage in the bank thing by having a joint savings account for their holidays. I'm like, wow, fucking amazing, mate. Straight away, when you look at that, you go, it feels like there's a distrust. Right? It feels like there's a distrust in that relationship, right? They're not both all coming on full trust. You know what I mean? They're always thinking, well, what happens if he fucking shags some bird next week and then leaves me? You know what I mean? Like, freaky shit, man. Sorry, how much tax did you pay today, Shield? Problem is we can't live without money. It's the evil bastard. All right, revenge to your ex or the system, Ash. I only care about revenge. Shut up, you cynical cunt. I don't care about money. Just got to be kind and alpha. Yeah, thank you, Alice. Congratulations. She made me a cup of coffee this morning. I'm married 30 years. Boo-hoo. Biggest plasma banks are Switzerland. My friend's friend had a fatal stroke last week. It's every day stories like that come out. Yeah, I mean, my mate's mum died, and he said, well, I don't know, she's, you know, it's OAP, so it's one of them you can never really tell. You hope it's not, Yeah, I didn't obviously say I bet it is, but because you can't, but yeah, she apparently felt like she had like, did he say angina? I think he might have said angina, but saying like, or like saying tight in her chest or something, right? And felt like, yeah, and she'd mentioned that. And then all of a sudden she went, and basically he called the ambulance. They kept her, kept her alive, but then she died. And you're always suspect, aren't you? But there's too many people like that I did know, like when I was doing my job, I'll say all the time, I was going to places and all of a sudden my part, I was only speaking to parts guys in garages, right, in car dealerships and likes. And the amount of times that I was going in and all of a sudden the parts guy is on long-term sick, or the parts woman. And one of them was like 40, 45, and just suddenly got told he got cancer and he only had like a very short time to live. And the other one, she just didn't reappear. And and then there was a 40-year-old racing driver, well, 39, just coming up to 40, racing driver, raced Porsches, right, and run a Porsche garage. So he was fit, he's not racing cars quite a lot. He was, he was a proper racer. He's in the Porsche, all the Porsche races. He's in there, right? Suddenly just had a heart attack out of the blue, innit? At work, just dropped dead. And there's more, but and these people are just going left, right, and centre. And still people are just in complete denial, I think, of that as well, right? Because when you're seeing it and you've had it, and everyone's Russian roulette at the moment, isn't it? Like, it's literally like Russian roulette to them. And most of them, because they're now, I figure they got to the 6-year stage and thought, well, if it was going to do anything, it would have done it by now. And they were being told, but now they're getting a smash hit of actually still people are fucking dying all left, right, and centre still, mate, all across the world. And everyone's now coming out and telling you. And the shocker, right? The shocker COVID's a lie. The shocker that they went along, they become, most people, they'll look in the mirror and when they do see what they've done, they become what they hate, right? They see how easily led they were, how easily they followed what this fucking man on the telly was telling them, innit? Or some cunt on YouTube, innit? Man on the telly, nevertheless, innit? I mean, that people like Dr. John Campbell, for example, right? If you had any gall in you, if you were true to your word, right? You wouldn't be calling yourself doctor when you're not, right? But after knowing that you pushed people into taking a drug that has now killed millions, you wouldn't carry on with a channel and be acting like you're the place to go. You'd bury your fucking channel as far away as you could and cry yourself in a fucking corner, right? If you were so true about, oh, I really believed that COVID was real, and now I mean, yeah, you now probably a lot of people were probably in doubt, mate, until they tuned in to Dr. fucking Campbell, and a lot of them were probably thinking, oh, actually, I won't bother having the jibber jab. I'll just take my chances. I'm not sure I trust it. I'm in a bit. And then, Dr. John Campbell, look, he's underlining the words. He's underlining the words. Look, and he's got doctor. Oh, let's hear what he's saying. Oh, look, he's really mad with everyone that's not taking the jibber jab. He's telling everyone that they should be ashamed of themselves and should go to jail or be extradited out of the country for daring, for putting us all at risk. Look, oh, he's really angry. Yeah, I should be angry too with Dr. John Campbell, innit? And still people watch that fucking prick, innit? I mean, a real man, if I was somehow mistaken in 2020 and was talking shit on YouTube and fucking then realised, oh, fuck, they got me somehow, innit? Yeah, mate. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be seeing fucking Shield Destroyer out on air acting like he's got something to tell people anymore, mate. With little plaques of fucking triangles, pyramids in the back, trying to impress your audience with, look at that, I got a YouTube fucking, you know what I mean, however many whatever's in it. You know, oh, I hate those fucking things. You've got to be such a cunt to have a YouTube channel and have your plaque on display. Oh, it's just like that. It just makes me feel so sick, man. But especially like someone like John Campbell, who we know was massively, heavily marketed as a dirty doctor he is, doctor, nurse, whatever, and I dare say he likes to sometimes play doctor and sometimes he likes to dress as a nurse, innit? A little 1960s nurse's outfit, innit? When nurse were all women. Probably, I can imagine he'd be that type. He's probably one of them as well. He goes to them women and becomes the baby, you know what I mean? But so many so-called intelligent people are listening to his shit still. Still, innit? And fucking like sucking him off as like some hero. I mean, how the fuck is someone a hero that got people to thousands, maybe? I doubt millions, because I think the millions is just YouTube giving him, you know, a show of 2 million. I very much doubt he's got more than a few thousand subs, even though he's heavily marketed, right? Because people just ain't sitting, no matter how fucking dumb they are about COVID, they're not sitting listening to that prick. They're going to switch off of him pretty damn smart quick, innit? Because you're sitting there underlying words. You know what I mean? Biggest plasma banks are in Switzerland. Dinny. Alice, boohoo, I married for years. She made a car. I done all this, didn't I? Okay, right. Let's see. I'm coming back down. All right. How much tax did you pay today, Shield? I tell you what, I try not to pay the co-op tax. So I end up paying more for some things because I refuse to get the ones where you got to have the card. And it annoys me that I've got to pay more if I haven't got the card. So I'll pick something that ideally hasn't got fucking, if you got the card. So I feel like I paid the co-op tax. And then whatever I bought in the co-op, probably about £2 of tax or say £3 of tax. I don't know. I didn't carry a bag. I carried it home. I thought I bought more than I was going there for, and thought about taking my bag, so I didn't have to bother. But then I always try to refuse their bags because I always feel like, well, I know it's just another tax, in it, you know what I mean? So there you go. There was a game show called Wankety Wank, wasn't there? You wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, da, 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 wankety wank. I used to love Wankety Wank back in the day. Peaceful resistance ain't going to do it. It would, I mean, it would be the best thing to do. You know, the quickest and easiest way to kill government and the powers that be is for everybody to turn their back on them, right? And say, yeah, who? What are you saying? Please come round, and the whole of the everyone's out on the street. Who the fuck are you? Get back to your own towns. They're probably looking for you now too, mate. You probably got to go and fucking look after your own town now, mate. You know what I mean? With the people, because government's no longer, so neither are you, son. You know what I mean? You're a government department now. Fuck off. You know, and people, you know, instead of, because what are they doing, right? They're going to go out to London, right? Eventually, there's going to be a massive protest, is what they call it, right? And of course, people will be really angry. There'll be a lot more people out, all going to fucking London, or maybe every town. It'll probably be one of them fucking, yeah, we're doing a massive one in London, but or every town. And they're going to be, you know, they want to take their anger out, and so they're going to take it out on the town hall, and the town hall then turns into smashing up shops, and somehow, like, you know, it's all that sort of shit in it. Then they bring out fucking all these cunts, probably robots now, innit? All of a sudden, people aren't ready for the RoboCop, innit? Nobody's seen them, nobody's been told about them, but they've been made by the military. You know, they've been a military NASA, you know what I mean? Closed, what is it, you know, secret for when to control, you know, and they'll probably bring out all of their weaponry, you know, that fucking noise. You know, they can throw a noise into a crowd and it fucking just disable everyone. They're all like, oh, they can't. You know, that's a frequency, right? Fucking, you know, I mean, truckloads of fucking RoboCops will probably fucking turn up, mate, in every town, innit? They'll rile them up into riot chaos, right? And that's probably the way it's going to go, which is why probably the people will lose, right? Maybe they'll just simply state, right, this is what's happening. You either comply or you die. They'll probably even give you your freedom, right? You can go, anyone who wants to not obey and wants to live on the lands themselves, you can have that bit there. And they know that, you know what I mean, they probably killed all the fucking growth there, so they'll either come back, get a fucking whipping, or they'll die in it. It could go that way. I mean, that's the way I'd say that if you're looking at the devil's plan coming true, that's the way I'd say it would go. But, you know, there's got to be a spark in mankind, right? There's got to be a fucking red button, you know what I mean? Where, yeah, don't worry, you get him to a point, but you'll never catch him, because just when you think you caught them, the red button's going to go off, and all of mankind's going to go, whoa, no, yeah, don't, you know what I mean? They're not going to be smashing up buildings. They're going to be putting all those who want to tell us we can go to a corner on that corner, innit? And locking them out for good. But you never know, do you? We just got to go on and go on and go on until the madness ends. And you know, everything that starts has an end. That's that's where the positivity is, people. whatever you start has to finish, right? That's a guarantee, people. Everything that starts has an end, right? So the banking systems, that's going. We think there's a lot of good that's coming anyway, just based on things like the banking system, the monetary system, and even though you go, okay, digital. I don't know. So at least you're getting rid of money. It feels like a start, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know how people are competing in the future. I dare say they've got to have them competing, right? To get the most out of a man, he's got to be competing against someone. I'd say would be their psychology of man. He's got to feel like he can be better. But I think the truth is, men and women appreciate to learn from people who are good at things, and that's how they build respect to each other. Like, I have to tell people now, if I offer to do something for them, or like say, oh, if you need a hand, give us a shout, I'll come down, give you a hand. I have to tell them all the time, I don't need paying. You know what I mean? Because I feel like these days, like a favour now is a paid. People don't do favours anymore, man. Like, proper, like, I don't know, give up their day to help decorate your house, or I mean, I don't think you're going to get people like, and you might say, well, I work too much now and all that, and yeah, maybe. But it used to be the thing, didn't it? And therefore, nobody learns any skills, right? I think people used to help each other decorate, DIY their houses, put fences up, build conservatories themselves, and all that sort of malarkey, innit? Put down their own driveways. Now people don't even fucking tend their own gardens, right? If you ever see a nice garden, right, pretty much 9 times out of 10, someone's coming each week that's being paid in it to tend the garden. And there's so many things. Yeah, it's just so much we miss out on, man. So many loves, because so many people. I mean, I don't know. I might love gardening, but I just can't see it. But then, I don't know. But I just can't see it. But a lot of people, there's a lot of things that you would like once you'd learned it and that. But you just, how many things would we have loved to have learned, right? Instead of going through that schooling shit that, you know what I mean? Such a shame, and it we could have learned. So, I mean, the education system in itself should tell everyone we're worthy of so much more. We've all been through the education system, right? Our children are worthy of so much more than that, innit? There's so much. I mean, there's such. I mean, and besides that, why are you trusting yourself these days, right? Why are you trusting your children with strangers just because they're called teachers, right? Especially today, even though, again, I mean, there was pedos in my fucking schools. Like one of my mates, I told you, one of my mates' dads come down and fucking knocked the PE teacher out for, I forget what he'd done. I think he touched his ass or something while he was naked anyway. But there's another one who used to rub his dick against the table. You know what I mean? You know, there's loads of stories of paedophile fucking teachers, mate, because a paedophile like will always try and work with children. Always. But again, it's this, you know, you're not getting married and saying, "Oh, I want to have 2 children, and you know, I want you to be a career man and me to be a career woman, and we'll have 2 children." We're not going, "Oh yeah, I want to have 2 children and be the best parents we can possibly be," right? Bring them up so they're happy all the time. How are you going to do that if you send them to school? So we got to make, you know, people aren't doing that, are they? So first of all, we got to get ourselves secure into a lifestyle where we don't need to have heavy over expenditure, right? Where we can maneuver our family, where we can enjoy what we're doing whilst we're earning a crust and working together and teaching our children the wonders of the world, innit? It's a shame. It's a shame that like we don't teach our children that shit now, because you know, it's through experience, like, and coming out of the mindset of the average man that makes you suddenly see the school system for what it is. I feel so bad. I mean, terrible that my poor son had to go to school, and I got pulled into his mum's once to drag him to school after her keep making me be the bad guy, right? And I got fucking fed up that she couldn't just get him to school, so I was more angry with her. But the fact that he was like acting up at the same time and trying to like, I had to literally drag him to school people, right? To drag him into the car. No, I didn't hurt him or anything, but you can imagine being a teenager having to dragged by your dad, innit? And now I look at the school system, I think, ah, shit. And he didn't want to go, innit? I know the thing was, she was letting him stay up all night on his computer, playing computer games. And then, of course, he would want to go to sleep when it's go to school time, right? That's when he wanted to go to bed. And then acting like somehow it's my fault, right? And giving me all the grief. It's the same girl who stopped me from seeing him because I wouldn't be with her. Oh, the amount of fucking things. She stopped me from seeing him twice. I had to get caught twice. And she was an alcoholic though, right? Turns out she turned into an alcoholic after, well, I guess she must have been borderline probably when I met her, but I was 18, 19, I don't know, 20. I don't know, how old was I? 22, 23. And she was like 27, I think. So I had no idea. But I still didn't have no idea, innit? Because I never wanted to be with this woman. I was just 23. And funny enough, it was funny because the actual story was, believe it or not, people, right? There was this girl. And it was my son's mother's best friend. And me and her had a little thing. We had a little thing, like we had this flirty thing going on whenever we saw each other out. And then we had a little thing together. Nothing, not the whole way, right? But we had a thing together. And then every time I saw her then, she would instantly any guy that was next to her start like flirting with and then looking at me and trying to make me jealous, and every time. So then we run into each other on like at 2 a.m. or something on the streets of Dunstable town centre, and she's with my son's and my son's mum was giving me the eye and like flirty and all this, and I thought, oh yeah, I'm like, this one's doing me nothing. I'll show her how jealous I am. You know, look, I'll have to go for her best friend, innit? then she'll say, yeah, fucking jealous shit, fucking hate that crap, man. And and it was like, but then this girl kept like calling me, and I was, and it was when I was drunk, really. I'd see her out, and it's weird. Then she tells me she's pregnant, innit? For fuck's sake. Like, but you go through those life things, innit, man? And then I had him from, like I said, I want to be there at the birth. Nobody let me know. And I said, and I told her that I'm not getting with you. We didn't even know each other, but she thought like we were getting married and all that. But she told me she's pregnant, right? And she's like, well, what do you want me to do? Have an abortion? And I was like, look, I'm not the one who's got a baby in my tummy. I said, and any sort of like, that's you, it's your body, innit? I said, I'm not telling you to do anything. Like, it's not my body, innit? I said, all I'm saying is if you have the baby, I want to be part of his life. I want to see it on weekends and, share or do whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm not getting with you. And of course, so nobody told me it. And me and my mum would go around all the time on weekends and stuff, Fridays, bring her like nappies, and while she was pregnant, bring her all sort of like stuff, we're building her up and shit. And then nobody let me know. Our whole family was there, man. No one called me. I was like, wow. So the parenthood's going to be a bad thing, didn't you? Immediately if they're starting, like, just don't even feel like, oh, mate. And what had I done? Nothing, right? I'd never hit a girl, mate. Never done, like, you know what I mean? I've got a pretty controlled temper. But yeah, and these people, they then, you become the hate of the family. So just, you know what I mean? Then when these people who are always on the, I'd get home, right? I ended up getting with her when he was 1. And I thought, right, I'm getting with her till he knows I'm his dad. And I thought, I can't play this parent game and win against courts and mothers, you know what I mean? Because even though you win the court case and they act like, oh yeah, look at that, right, we're the court judge and you've got to give him access to his child and all that. As soon as they stop again, you've then got to wait another 6 months, a fucking year before you're in front. So you've lost 6 months, a year of your son's life, right? You haven't seen him, right? Because you're waiting to go to fucking court, mate. And back then, there were so many girls playing these fucking games, innit, with the children. They're getting the houses, council houses, getting the money, and then telling dads all the time, fuck off. It was really bad, man. But and then then I left. I left within probably a year and a half, because it wasn't the ending I'd planned, people. But I won't tell you about how it ended. But it wasn't what I planned. But it was kind of, I guess, you know, maybe in some ways you do things in order to kind of get yourself kicked out, and you know what I mean. But yeah, so I'd come home and she'd have the neighbours round. Her sister lived in the same close, so she'd have her sister and her brother-in-law round. The neighbours, these weird couple, really weird couple, and they'd all be on the cider, all pissed, all getting drunk, and I'd get home at like six in the evening. They'd all be there fucking drinking it. I was like, what the fuck, all the time, like. It was like, yeah, and I still like at the time didn't really like see it as alcoholism. Because that's what people done, isn't it? And there's cheap pop all in every off license, in it, for someone who liked to drink, man. Cheap pop, £2, 2 litres cider, mate. Fortunately, I turned myself off of wine, cider, when I was very young. Like, well, my first alcoholic drink where I got drunk was wine, and I was about 10 years old, and I got fucking wasted. And I fucking, oh, you imagine being a 10-year-old and having a really bad hangover. Oh, that was really bad. So I never liked wine since. Fucking hate wine. And again, as my teenage years, cider, fucking can't stand the taste of. I think it's my 21st birthday. I fucking can't stand Southern Comfort. I feel like I could have one now, but yeah, I've got so wasted on Southern Comfort. It fucking made me like fucking heave every time I smelt it for fucking years. But yeah, so it's just a norm then, man. So many people were drinking, like, but I was always just a social drinker. You know what I mean? I've always been a social drinker, really. So I suppose parties at home, people round is all right to a point, but I'm always one that likes to go out and, you know what I mean? I don't really drink at home. As you probably gathered, in it, I drink a lot of coffee at home. There was a game show called, oh yeah, Peaceful Resistance. They feed off tax. Yeah. Maybe the media should be the first to be looked at. The media is, you know, I mean, the media writes a script. So the news stories of how the script is going, you know, they know. It's the media mogul of James Bond, right? Where they write the stories years ahead, and I mean, it's James Bond, media mogul. I mean, that's you know, you control the media, you control people's emotions. Simple, isn't it? Media is so, you know, heavy hitting, because like they could turn, you know, you think about the Vatican, for example, right? You go, okay, the Vatican's got fuckloads of power, no one's denying that, right? They got loads of power, way too much power over the world, right? But you think one thing that could crush them, right? One thing that could crush anyone, the bankers, you know, any part of the system, the polytricksters, the media, right? The media is the one that can make them or break them, man. And right now it seems to want to break them, right? But because it's playing a two-sided game, isn't it? It's telling them the truth and then telling them that all the governments are kind of ignoring all the truth that's coming out, and still pushing jibber jabs and all the disgraceful things, and they're pushing it harder now, right? They're telling you all the royals are pedos and all the celebrities are pedos, all the fucking presidents are pedos. You know, things are starting to chime with people as far as realizing that the money game is a complete scam, and they're never gonna, you know, we're in a casino, a worldwide casino every day, every one of us, with not a fucking chance of really winning, right? Of beating the casino, not a fucking chance. So all we do in the casino is just compete against each other, right? Everyone cheers the one who gets the jackpot and wants to hang around with him for the night. The ones who are just putting in the slots and getting nothing. No one wants to fucking watch that machine, mate. You know, innit? Like ticks, yeah. No media equals no government. Yeah, no belief systems, man. Media, I say, you know, they start off with simple, you know, something to, a little church, fucking village, fucking, you know, village, what do they call them? Village hall. And they get everyone down the village hall and put something on every Tuesday or every Friday or whatever, right? And then all of a sudden they get to build the trust of all the people in the village, right? And they all like each other and feel like they're all friends. And then they start to hand out a piece of paper, right, to all the villagers in the hall on one of the nights, and it's a story telling them about some things that have happened and in the village that they wasn't aware of, right? But now, of course, because this piece of paper and maybe even a painted picture at the time, you know what I mean? Maybe they had a good artist that could draw a picture to give them a. But once you put something in someone's head, right, and they trust the source, you know, what could you get all the villagers to come out and do? Within that note, it said one of the other villagers was a child abuser. You know, and then you know, you turn that into a worldwide, and again, giving competition, this idea of competition, but they're all telling the same story, right? We're giving this idea of competition, so nobody feels like, why would we believe him, right? So now it's, wow, yeah, look, of course it's real because they're all saying it. Same with politics, right? This idea of a choice. And they believe the other parties would. Oh, don't worry. If the Conservatives do something really bad, the Labours and the reforms, and they'll tell us, and they'll bloody well take them to court and get them removed and put in prison. Yeah, when's that ever happening? Infrastructure, criminal damage. Mind you, you're allowed to commit a crime to prevent a bigger crime from happening. Maybe if you could prove the bigger crime was going to happen. So if you, for example, stole a car because you knew someone was about to go and kill someone, and then you stopped them. You know what I mean? You brought them down. They got a fucking knife in their hand. They've sent a text to the girl saying, "I'm coming to kill you." I think that'd be enough, right? But otherwise, I reckon the pigs will go, "Oh, you're a car thief, you cunt." Yeah, whatever. And now we're doing you for assault on that guy. He's getting done for carrying a knife. You know what I mean, it doesn't really matter what they say you can do, innit? If they decide they don't like you, they'll just do you for something that they say you can't. TV will go. It's already much in decline. Internet is another story. It'll be very much reduced, won't it? Everything will be reduced. So they'll probably still want you watching, but they'll decide what you're watching, innit? And it'll be very much everyone will be watching the same. Everyone I'd say who survives the true Holocaust, which is mankind, right, will all be taught the same, right? They'll all be fed the same. That's probably how they'll ensure you all learn the same language as well, isn't it? They'll make sure that, right, there'll probably be special teaching, and the more you learn the language, the more credits you'll get. The better you get at the language, mate, the more credits you'll get. Imagine. And all you got to do is watch their videos to learn the language, mate. Oh, it's brilliant. 8 hours a day watching the language video. I can't wait. Or double. I'm going to do a poo. Or dalabado. I think I'll turn my kettle on. Oh shit. You know what I mean? Sounds like a fun time. Happy days, actually. Silly Billy. I'm not going to use the internet, only my banking emails, and the bank is already verified. Why are you deleting your comments? Only an idiot will use the internet. They'll grab their digital ID to use Facebook whilst all their data is log tracked and traced, when they don't even have to go through with that. Yeah, I did give up all the internet. I give up my phone as well. But then I couldn't find phone boxes anymore, is there? So I had to buy like a shitty phone. But then I got a job, and of course then they give you got to have like fucking internets, and they give you one of the big phones, and you get here like, fuck's sake. But where you're getting a job now, innit, that you don't use internet, innit? You got to do trade really, innit? You? But even then, I bet they're using the fucking internet, innit? Or something. It's very hard now to get a job where there's no technology required, innit? A dustman. There you go, see, dustman again. They're probably the most knowledgeable people, dustmen, because they're not fucking screwed into a screen all day. They've clearly got better things to do than just worry about chasing money and caring about what people think based on what they choose to feed their family by doing, innit? But I think like media and all that, again, kind of made the dustman purposely turn your nose up at, innit? cheer all the rich toffs that are stealing from us, and turn your nose up at the dustman who actually does good, isn't it? Sounds about right. Sounds about like the system, doesn't it? Now, because probably there ain't many people out there going, "Oh, you're doing a great job, thanks." Then I never see anyone talk to a dustman, and I think like they're not supposed to now, are they? Because now it's, you know what I mean, it's big money. I mean, you think how much money they make now, the council corporation, right, from the dustman. And of course they've got to now, you know, fucking, it's all about the speed, mate. Efficiency, people, efficiency, right? So it's not like dustmen are hanging around to have a combo, is it? But I always think, imagine how clean your streets would be if everyone was praising and tipping the dustmen, right? Like, our streets would be well clean, wouldn't they? They'd then go, "Oh, actually, I really like people here, and look, there's all litter down here. Let's grab this wire here, lads. Let's clean up this for them." You know what I mean? And instead, you all pay like stupid amounts of money through tax and then council tax to pay this corporation to employ them and pay them low and work them as hard as they can and give them no like job satisfaction, right? No applause for a great job they're doing, really, innit? But apparently everyone else doesn't want to do. So it's lucky they do, innit? Maybe I'll start my own dustman's union. And we'll get all the dustmen and go, all right, let's see, if there's a team of 5 of you, one of those dust trucks we can buy for X amount of money, right? And then how many houses does that one team deal with waste? And then how much would every house that they pick the rubbish up have to give the dustman truck in order to double each of the dustman's wages, right? I bet you it'd be pennies. You know what I mean? I bet you it'd be pennies, people, right? Especially in comparison to what you have to pay the fucking council and the government. Pennies, mate. And so now your dustmen have got double the amount of money to spend within your communities, right? So now that money is going around your communities, not going fucking out into a fucking world of leaving your community with less, right? And they fucking love you. They love the area. They love the people because they've realised the people have got respect for them because they've gone, yeah, we're going to double your fucking wage immediately, mate. And you're now running it as your truck boys. You know what I mean? How quickly could you buy a truck with all those houses, right? How much would it cost each of us to chip in to buy one of those trucks, right? So how many houses? So probably a £5 each, right? A £5 each to get them a truck. Brand new, probably a £5 each. And then, well, you think about the price of that truck, right? I like to do the maths, but I'm talking shit because I really don't know how many houses dustmen cover. You know, if you went average dustman, like you work out a team of 5, right, on a dustman. Yeah, pennies, man. Pennies. I'm telling you, you're gonna go pennies. You're gonna go, wow, yeah, you could eat. They'd live a much better lifestyle, wouldn't they? The 5 dustmen. You trust them to just go, look, all we want you to do is fucking keep our and build trust in the dustman, right? So everyone loves a dustman because therefore, if a dustman then is rather than maybe half their shift and double their money, right? So the dustman can interact, right, and talk to all the people. He's going around all your streets. He's got a lot of fucking information, mate, right? And then say build him up to be respected. People like him because they love the dustmans, right? They come around, you have a chat with them, how you doing? You make everyone sort of pretty much says, do you want a cuppa while you're staying? Do you need a cuppa? And then all of a sudden, people are now feeling bad about just letting litter drop, isn't they? Because then they think, oh yeah, fucking poor old John. I like him. You know what I mean? Or that our team, right? Our fucking dustman team would fucking have to fucking pick all that if I just drop it, right? They do such a wonderful job. Everyone loves them for how clean they keep our area, innit? And how they collect all of our waste and get rid of it. And you pay the overheads plus double their wages, you're still talking pennies, mate. I guarantee you that. And that's just a simple transformation of one, what people would say a requirement, right? That they need government for. Oh, we need government. You know, you can have something, you can have, especially these days with internet, you can have a board of all the, or yeah, you join, you're on the dustman's route. That's the club, right? There's a clubhouse in the middle of the dustman's route somewhere where, you know, part and parcel, we funded that along with the dustman thing, right? And it's big enough for us all to go and enjoy ourselves. We've worked it out, so we made like all the alcohol free because we've paid for that, right? A few pence here and there, right? And so we get together on Fridays and Saturdays at the clubhouse and discuss new ideas. But we have a board, right? And we show you it's voluntary, and we tell people how much each dustman is, and those who can afford more. And you have a thing for, you know, who's given the most, and a list of all the people that and what they've given, right? And you might even suggest that, look, we don't want everyone on the board because we know some people literally can't afford this, can't afford anything, right? Another penny, another pound. It's more important that they feed their children with that money than put it on the board, right? And from the names that are missing on the board, maybe people in the community could, you know, become friends and then find out, you know, how we can help as a community to ensure they have got enough. Right. You could tell, like, you just orphan dustman, mate. You got that's it. One group of 5 dustmen, right? And then you've got another area, another group of 5 dustmen, another fucking. Then you also have You know, you turn that thing into a lovely little business for visitors, isn't it? Everyone enjoys going to each other's centre, fucking social. Imagine what you could turn that social place into, dead centre, right? You could turn it into something for summer days, something for winter days. You know what I mean? You could have everything going on there where people just love it, right? And so many changes and different things and different ideas, and not under the collar of thinking about how much it costs and how you make a profit, and how you got to make sure you agree and, you know, do this HR shit and that HR shit and this and that and that and this and this and pay for this and this and this, right? Just ain't good for the people, man. Same for them all to see a change in, right, immediately. And because, you know, people then they'd start being aware of themselves, because it wouldn't be saying you kind of escape in it. So now they're not hiding behind their door pretending they're saying they're not, right? But they'll embrace that social. But they'll know that everyone knows each other, right? Now everyone's starting to get to know each other. Soon you're going to find out those who are bent in your group, mate. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot, you know. You can lay a fucking a clean slate, but pretty soon you're going to find out who's bent in your group, mate. Because dirty bastards, like, they get off on being dirty bastards. That's just, you know what I mean? It's not a case of they want to change. They like being dirty fuckers, mate. I've seen too many people get pleasure out of doing dirty fucking shit in my life, I tell you. And all of them, you see the evils in these people's eyes, man. Straight out. That's why I say, even Dr. Campbell, just look in his eyes, man, if you want to see fucking evil. I want everything back on paper mail. I like my mobile to chat to my kids and for audio books on YouTube. Oh, and SD, of course. Did you notice now mail is banned in Denmark? Online only. Wow. I didn't know. No, fuck. Doesn't surprise you, does it? And I guarantee global warming, saving paper, right? Oh, look at you. You're so great. Saving paper. Remember Willow the Wisp, Evil Edna was a TV witch broadcasted spells, yeah. And I love that fucking Evil Edna as well. And look at it, free in it. And when I was a kid, I was 4 years old, mate, when Evil Edna was on, I reckon. 4 or 5. 4, I reckon. But I used to love Evil Edna. Willow the Wisp in it, yeah. And it was that fucking, what's his name, wasn't it? And you think about the voice and all that, right? But it was, I forget his name now. Yeah, Willow the Wisp, man. So fucked up when you think about it, innit? I'm sick of banks, etc., telling me I have to use email, etc. Yeah. Yeah, I just like, I hate digital anything. I hate when they make you do shit online. I just want to get back to people going out and fucking, you know what I mean, doing shit, man. Parties, you know what I mean? Fucking, it's just so dead world. I don't know. I feel like, and I'm not imagining it because I never hear music like coming from houses like you used to, man. What's more important in your life? Podcast. Remember that these people murdered 30 million during the Russian Revolution. There you go, people. Hi, Shield, Dennis, Alice, Ash, and all. How you doing, Paul, mate? Drew, how you, Paul? I will give another 3 to 5 years. We will be cashless. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that long. I think I pointed out a few months back, someone was saying something about how if you follow how their system usually goes as far as bank crashes, you're looking at the actual bank crashing end of 26, early 27. So and everything's starting to head that way for sure. So this year hasn't started yet, as far as I'm concerned. Like for the shit they're gonna pull, and they're throwing out like they're I don't know what the fuck game they're playing psychologically right now. Honestly, I'm baffled. I'm just baffled by what reaction they're expecting from what they're playing at the moment. And I can imagine it's complete chaos somehow, isn't it? So they got us by the balls. Well, yeah, they've got the people who buy the lies have got us by the balls. So it's we've got ourselves by the balls, really, haven't we? It's those people that are gonna fucking arrest us and do whatever they're told. You know what I mean? Whatever the man tells them is a crime. These fuckers will come out and fucking pump you with electric guns, fucking bullets, fucking whatever in it, in order for you to obey. And I think it's really bad when you bring girls in as police as well against a man, isn't it? I mean, it's just what you're looking for there. I mean, who would send their daughter out to fight a man? Well, fucking have some respect for your family name for a start, innit? You're sending your daughter out to fucking fight men. What? And somehow the father says he's protecting his daughter. Are you off your tits, mate? Are you fucking off your tits? I mean, Jesus, I'd be doing my fucking. I mean, there's no way. Like, I tell you, if I'd had a daughter, she was going to fucking, join the police, army, anything like that. I'm pretty sure, like, there's no way. Well, obviously, fortunately, I've got a son and he hasn't. So, but a daughter would just be like, fucking, oh, man. I couldn't imagine my son suddenly going, "Oh, Dad, I've decided I'm joining the police," or that. I'll be like, "Oh, what the fuck, mate? What do I have to say, man?" to, I mean, how can you not listen to your father that much, innit? Some snotty girl Bits driver was extremely cheeky to me and tried to push cashless. I told her to piss off in front of shocked passengers. I mean, cashless is just stupid, man. People, every business with a brain should be saying, "Yeah, we take cash." But the corporations, the big corps, whatever they do, they get all the others to follow, innit? Don't give them an inch. No. Don't blame you, Ashley. I live in the middle of a forest. They can all fuck off. Was thinking the other day, what if the push on electric cars is a cover for more mining for electric batteries for the robots and drones? But it's probably really what they're probably doing is pushing this electric battery power so much into whatever it is, because we're not having cars, certainly, so they're not going to need to manufacture as many cars. So you think Tesla and that is probably the beginning of actually manufacturing whatever their real technology advancement is at, in it. If anyone thinks that technology is they're not way ahead on technology than they show us, then they're off their tits. You know what I mean? They fed us this technology, man. Drip fed us it, right? I dare say when a radio first come out, it's probably a lot. Oh no, I'm not having that thing, fucking, and telling people. And then he was probably getting called, he's just a grumpy old cunt. I love that radio. It plays that song, right? And he's going, no, it's right. That's it. It's run by them. They'll have you under control if you fucking listen to that radio. And everyone thinks he's a grumpy old cunt, right? And then it's the same when the telly comes out. His granddad sitting there, fucking hell, mate. Not having one of them. There won't be one of them in my house. Not so long as I'm fucking the one wearing the trousers. We won't have one of them things in our house. Corrupting the minds of our children, and he'll be the grumpy old man, isn't it? And then, you know what I mean? It's the phones now, boys. He's the grumpy old man. Oh, fuck. Yeah. The EVs were not intended for us to own. Universal basic income is a lie. If it isn't, why haven't they started to issue it? I reckon the robots are bullshit and don't exist. I feel like they've shown us a lot of advancements. Like, I've seen a lot. I don't look for robot shit, but I see it. And they're showing us fucking all these robots fucking running, doing athletics, or say, I'm sure I saw, and I keep seeing all types of robot shit on my YouTube travels, or maybe even Fedbook travels, and I feel like maybe it's putting it in the mind, but all we know, all I know is they're way more advanced than what we know. So whatever it is, I probably don't need robots. Probably just need the frequency, which again, 6G coming out, at 2030, isn't it? Is it 2030? I think someone was saying 2030 is when 6G comes out. Well, I'm not wrong. Maybe I am, but I think that's the date I got in my head. And you go, oh, it's like it's almost 6 when you turn a G around in it, and everything. I always say I think 5G was to tell everyone, oh yeah, you said that about 5G, you know what I mean? You said the 5G was bad, nothing happened, but then I can't see that, I don't know, man. Probably, yeah. I think the mind controlled people are, like, a lot of them are still going to be there in 2030, still without a clue. It's what I think, right? Because that's the only way that would work. And it doesn't surprise me. We'll probably have fucking aliens, we'll have banks crashing, we'll have no travel across the world, we'll have all these things up till 2030, and they'll still be going. Zzz. No, look on the bright side, all these people dead, and and all these changes where we are now stuck in 15-minute cities. It's good for us. It means our families can grow together. Like, like you can imagine it, can't you? 2030 is still putting a positive on every really evil thing that's happening. Like, no more positive fucking. I can't take it. Not at the level of technology, they say. Yeah. My schooling was run by priests and nuns. Loreto Convent. Will mankind see anything is the question. What was the Loreto Convent like, Dennis? Was there any child abuse going on? For fuck's sake, Rainer, its main headline, this bitch is trying to become PM. Well, I kind of, that's a man, isn't it? She's a man, mate. I mean, that black wig ain't fooling no one. And look at the nose on her. I'm 7 days off the fags today. It's not easy. Well done, mate. All right, you said it for me, Alice. It's getting better, Alice, thanks. Another CG, it's not about mankind seeing anything. It's about time mankind started to question everything. Night, guys. Night, Alice. Don't know how long you went, but could have been another hour before I said night to Alice. Take care, Alice. Call boy, cash only. Call boy, cash only. Back in the day, we used to give the dustmen a bottle for Christmas, yeah, and the postman. The convent was okay. I never see any buggery. Okay. Well, I'm glad you didn't see any buggery, but was it very strict? Was it, did you get fucking the whip or whatever, the shoe or whatever it was they were beating people with at the time, the stick in it? Did you get a stick? It's amazing that in the 60s, 70s, 80s, convents were, places where boarding schools and all of that type of thing. It was apparently nobody had the good wisdom to think that that wasn't child abuse. It was even every school, I think, as well, wasn't it? Probably up to the 70s anyway. It was okay for a teacher to bend a boy or girl over and smack their ass with a wooden pallet and shit, mate. So you think, like, how fucked is mankind when that was only 50 odd years ago we were doing that shit to children, and for everybody just going, yeah, that's perfectly normal and fine. Strange men, dirty old men, oh, come on, man. And people will still trust their children to schools, man, because they think they have to, right? They think somehow, if you have a child, you don't have a choice. It's quite funny that people buy a house, right, based on trying to get their child into a good school. Oh, mate, can you hear it? Oh. And if you want a really good school in a city centre, right, the amount of money they have to pay for their house there to be in the borough, they could have bought their children to the best school and had loads more land for their money and been in the countryside. You know what I mean? And look, fucking all the parents are planning their children's lives from when they're like fucking, you know, already planning that they're going to be this, right? It's all through how they're going to fund the school system to get their kids to whatever fucking job role they see as everyone having respect for their child or them, innit? Because everything through school is all based on competition again, innit? I mean, is a D minus kid frowned upon? An F kid, is he frowned upon? Is an F kid frowned upon? I used to get a lot of Fs. I used to get a fuckload of D minuses and Fs, man. And yeah, I was very much frowned upon. Oh, I was so frowned upon, man. And I figured it's definitely funny because it's almost didn't give a fuck. And yeah, I definitely didn't. I don't think I ever completed a piece of schoolwork in my last 3 years, I reckon. I'm pretty sure I probably didn't complete, like, you know, I didn't complete an actual anything for those exams, you know, that are putting you through. I just didn't complete any of it. They let me leave school early. Like literally was, you know, fucking so happy to see the back of me. I was probably by far the biggest nuisance child, I'd say. But all in like not angry, just didn't give a fuck. Like absolutely didn't give a fuck. Like I didn't listen, and I'd happily just front all the strict teachers in it. I'd front all the strict teachers because I knew they were just fucking. You know what I mean? Everyone was scared of them because of their temper. I wasn't. So yeah, I was always just, you know, fucking having a crack. I had the best, you know, when people say about like best time, even though I hate school, the idea of having to get up so early in the morning and then fucking have to be somewhere that you hate being at a dead time and it's going to take you half an hour to get there and everything's a rush and stress. Your parents doing their nut, come on, hurry up, we got to leave in 5. Your fucking dad go, oh, I got to work. You know, everyone's fucking rattling around, isn't they? Right? Everyone's like in a bad mood. It's cold, it's winter, fucking everyone's rushing to the cold car. They're getting in there all shaking as mum's driving down the road, take to school or whatever. It's all the stress, man. Everyone's stressed, mate. And then you finally get to school and you're hoping you get into your classroom before the fucking teacher marks you as late, you know what I mean? Because that go, oh, you're late again, that's it, one more time, and you're fucking spending your lunchtime up against the fucking wall, mate. Just stressing it. Then you sit in a lesson and something you've just got no interest in whatsoever, right? Which is probably most of them, right? And you just got this old fucking fucking geezer or woman with hair nostrils fucking coming out, and all you can do is fucking stare at their hair nostrils, and their lips just going blah 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 blah, you know. And all you want to do is have fun with your mates. So you're at the back of the class, of course, and what are you doing? Having fun with your mates. And because you can be controlled, I mean, I got dragged out of fucking classes. Got dragged out for farting. Like, we had this strict teacher in my middle school, right? And he, and I think like I'd just been moved down from like the top class to the second class. Like, you know, they'd moved me down for being boisterous. And I think I got to this guy's class. And then everyone like really like, oh, this one, you know, his name was Mr. Cannon, I always remember. And how they were all like so like scared and that. And one of my mates, he was a right joker too, but he was, you know, in lessons he was a bit more proactive than me. But so I ended up sitting next to him. And we're sitting there, and as soon as this teacher walks in, it's all like everyone's like really loud. Teacher walks in, oh! Everyone's like fucking quiet as fuck. And he's giving it all that, right, I want silence, everyone, right, silence, and read from this book, I want complete silence. Everyone's quiet as fuck. And I'm brewing, and I can feel it, and I'm brewing the biggest fart, so. And I'm literally sitting there making sure, you know, where you can brew it. So, and I'm just, because I want it to be as big and as loud as I possibly can, right? And it didn't fail, man. This thing had come out, and he done his fucking nut, like, grabbed me by the ear, literally, like, grabbed me by the ear, dragged me out. He was fucking red in the face, right? Took me down. Fucking, I told the, you know, headmaster all that, you know, he's doing his nut. I mean, I had a few teachers that were standing behind me, absolutely red in the face because they've dragged me down to the headmasters. But this time, yeah, I said, you know, you know, like one of them farts that's like so loud that it's obviously been heavily pushed. And I'm sitting there in front of his teacher telling him how, in my sweet little voice, that it just accidentally come out. But when it went off, what really annoyed him was the whole class erupted in laughter. That's what really annoyed him. All of a sudden, his silence was completely broken by that fart in it. Oh, that was so funny, man. And funny enough, quite quickly I went down another group. But there you go. So by the time I actually got to high school, I was already in the DOS group, innit? And I wasn't coming out. I was in the, yeah, all we do in every lesson is we got no respect for a teacher. We're not listening to any fucking thing they say, and they prefer just to leave us to get on with it until we really push them over the top. And then they'll know we'll probably win because we'll act all sweet and innocent in front of the headmaster again. And they'll be standing behind us huffing and puffing, looking like a madman, innit? Fucking funny, man. But yeah, they're the good old days, man. Like, I did have fun. I'm glad I had fun, man. I never regret my school as far as, you know, not, you know, oh, what could have I have been and all that. Yeah, I used to think it back in the day. If I just like, yeah, I was fucking doing well in that. I was doing really well in that. And I thought, if I just put my head down, and now I go, thank fuck, innit? Thank fuck I didn't put my head down, man. Oh, I wonder. It makes me wonder if I like if there was a critical change in my school career where I went from like, you know, wanting to impress everybody by getting good grades and all that shit, right? And I think it ended certainly by the third year of my middle school. And there was something that must have happened. I can't really think of what it was, but that made me just turn into a rebel and no longer wanting to give a fuck about sitting there learning how to add 2 + 2 and all that shit in it. And yeah, and I turned into a fucking child that had fun, mate. Oy. It's all you hope for, innit? It's all everyone should hope for, is their child has fun. And go think about school. Think about every day, Monday to Friday. And they're even told, oh, look at you, you can have a long weekend, you can have a holiday, or you can have 2 weeks off at this time. When school says you have to follow the curriculum, teachers have no say, right? You're not getting people going, oh yeah, look, I really want my child to be taught about this history, because I think it'll be good for them. And the best one to do that, who knows the best, the most, and the truth about that history is so-and-so, isn't it? Now, these are just people that have been taught the same shit. And then somehow, because they got a B or a C, or, they were good enough for the education system to then tell your children, as long as they just followed the curriculum, which meant work from all the same books with the same teachings, won't be a problem. Won't be a problem. That's all we need. All we need to do is, teach them the books that we taught you, but that you only got a B in or a C. The education system is dire, man. Nobody's getting taught fucking nothing, man. All that years of waste. Imagine all the things kids, boys, right, would have happily loved to have been outside or in a garage making, right, with wood or metal, or go-kart with your dad. He's showing you how to make a go-kart in it, and because it's been generations handed down, and they learned themselves as started working themselves as a toddler. They're all fucking brilliant at it. You don't make like shitty go-karts, mate. They basically turn you into an engineer, right? Just on the teaching of making things like go-karts as you're a kid, and probably your own bicycle in it. You know what I mean? Imagine that, all making our own bicycles, man. Wow, who's gonna have the coolest bicycle in it? Yeah, girls, you can come too if you want, but you know what I mean. you might prefer to go cook or something. Just joking. Don't bite me, fucking hell. But I can only suggest for the boys of things that all the boys that I used to play with would have loved. You know what I mean? So I can't talk for the girls, so I let them talk for themselves, innit? But I dare say there's a mix, because actually I'd like to learn to cook as well. That was one of my favourite lessons, cooking. Especially like when they made you make stuff, sweet stuff in it, and it tasted, and then you got to eat it, man. But it was worth it, weren't it? You were making really good stuff, man. And you wanted, you're making something fucking cake, right? If you're making a cake and cooking, You want to make it, I'm desperate to make it really yummy. Like, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, man. I'm in control of my cake. But again, certainly in my age group, that had just disappeared. Like, we were just getting to that point where boys were now getting more mixed into more cooking classes, as opposed to where we were just like, when we had to put down what subjects we want, all boys would just say the same, innit? I think you had to put down what subjects, I don't know, some form, innit? And of course, like, boys would never go cooking. And in theory, like now, well, I should have gone cooking. I'd been with all the girls, but for some reason, just doubting it. Just doubting that one, mate. But yeah, I think at that point, it was always at school. You wanted to be the boys, mate. Wanted to have a fucking crack, man. We just had a crack. I mean, it was fucking funny, man. I mean, there's so many funny stories. And then I went to B&Q, and I got a job, and they offered, and they thought I was doing so well, but they offered me a full-time job. So I finished school early and started full-time from part-time at B&Q, and but I don't know how they saw it, because again, I was an absolute fucking, I was a prankster. Like, I was always looking for a crack. So I'm working at B&Q in it. But fortunately, the management there at the time, I think they're all like in their mid-20s, but they always looked so much older in it. They all suited in it. They had fucking 2 assistant managers, a manager. But when you was like a little scruff like me in it, at 16, they always look fucking, fucking miles older, man. But yeah, fortunately, they always knew I'd push my luck, but they found a lot of my things funny, so they let me get away with a lot. But I was good at looking after my department, though, so they knew that. But yeah, I like to have a crack. And I take the piss out of things like lunch breaks, because I'd always play pool at lunch, and they'd just be like, you know what I mean? He's enjoying the social gathering and playing pool, man. He didn't go back to work, innit? Yeah, got canned a few times and arse pumped. I got 6 GCSEs and ended up a welder. Talking about farting, I'm away to bed, folks. See you later, Dennis. Get a lot of money for welding now, man. It's always like, it's one of them, innit? Well, I don't know, if you're doing welding for years, you got to be good at it, yeah. So you can probably do it fast and impress. Whereas, welding itself is an art, and it's one of them. I dare say you constantly get better the longer you do it, but most people can't. But now you get good money for welding, man. Because I think there's fewer and fewer people welding. There's still fewer and fewer, like even garages that won't do welding still, right? Well, they'll only have one guy in that can weld, and It's a good one for starting your own business if you're a welder. You're never going to run out of work at the moment for welding, and you can get a good price. So all you need is a little garage, innit? A small garage, and you'll be fucking welding away, mate. Or maybe you want to do it in a shed and weld metal for other companies, not do cars. I think you'd have to get artistic. I wonder, are you still there, Dennis? Are you artistic with your welding? Have you started like making your own like fucking stuff like as a fabricator welder, or do you just go straight in for repairing? I think it's gone. Well, there's a guy called what is it? Victory Outdoor Services on YouTube, and he's like does his own business, concreter, right? So he just lays concrete slabs, but he's built his business up, I think, as well. YouTube's probably giving him fucking loads of money now, but he still gets out on the tools, and he loves his job. And it's just him and one, it's him as the gaffer and team of about 6 guys. But he can weld. That was the point. If you look at what he does, he gets like he decided to make tables out of like the rods that they make the concrete strong, holds the concrete together. Those rods they put in the concrete. And he made tables, welding all these rods together, and made like fucking his own tables. I was like, wow, he's a concreter, right? But he gets fucking welder out, and all of a sudden he fucking artist in making fucking furniture. And imagine how fucking strong and like this table is, right? I was like, wow, man, this guy's on it. He's well worth watching, by the way. I think most people will like it. I think that's why he does so well, because he's just honest. He treats people. I think he treats people well. I think like he's the kind of guy that you can imagine all these guys are going, wow, I'm lucky to work for this guy, innit? Because the way he treats them, he gives them all respect. And he's very he's just a good boss, I think. I think without being like a bossy fucking miserable cunt, he's very good at handling people, and I think that's probably why he's successful. But yeah, you have a look at his tables. Where's the tables, man? But, well, I'm going to go anyway. This was only about fucking whatever the title is. Can't remember ever, innit? It's always like way too long. 322, oh no. There you go. 422, all right. Fucking hell, so long, man. 2 hours, 30 minutes nearly. For a quick 20-minute chat. Catch you later, guys. Good night.